Welcome to our explainer on how rack and pinion steering works, the mechanism that connects your steering wheel to your car's wheels. Have you ever wondered how the simple turn of a steering wheel translates into the complex movement needed to guide your vehicle? The answer lies in the rack and pinion assembly. The rack and pinion assembly is a simple, compact, and highly responsive steering mechanism that converts the rotational motion of the driver's steering wheel into the linear motion required to turn the vehicle's wheels. It is, in fact, the most widely used steering system on modern passenger cars and SUVs today, due to its efficiency and direct feel. Now let's break down the individual components and see how this system operates step by step. When you turn the steering wheel, it rotates the steering column. Attached to the base of this column is a small, toothed gear known as the pinion. This spinning pinion meshes with a toothed metal bar called the rack. As the pinion rotates, it forces the rack to slide linearly from side to side. The lateral movement of the rack pushes or pulls on the tie rods, which are connected to the wheel's steering arms. This action pivots the steering arms, turning the front wheels in your intended direction. To ensure the steering feels direct and responsive, the assembly is engineered with specialized internal mechanics for precision and durability. A guide bearing constantly presses the steering rack against the pinion gear. A coil spring applies continuous tension, typically between 0.6 and 1.0 kilonewtons, to maintain this contact. This tension compensates for minute manufacturing imperfections and provides built-in internal damping against rattling, ensuring a direct and free-of-play steering feel. The pinion gear itself is usually supported by a grooved ball bearing to absorb axial forces and a needle bearing at its lower end, promoting smooth operation. Depending on the vehicle's layout, the rack and pinion assembly can be arranged in a couple of different configurations. In the side takeoff configuration, the pinion is located off-center, and the tie rods are attached directly to the outer ends of the rack. This is the simplest design and requires the least space. The center takeoff configuration is necessary when the steering gear must be mounted high up, such as with McPherson struts. The tie rods are attached to the center of the steering rack to allow for longer linkages and prevent unwanted toe-in changes during suspension travel. While widely used, the rack and pinion system has both advantages and certain limitations. Manufacturers favor this system because it is economical to produce, lightweight, and offers a highly efficient, direct steering feel with minimal elasticity. However, because the linkage is so direct, road impacts and disturbances are more easily transmitted back to the driver's steering wheel. Also, it cannot be used on vehicles with rigid front axles, as the up and down suspension movement of a rigid axle would cause unintended steering inputs. Understanding the rack and pinion system helps you appreciate the engineering that goes into every turn, making it a truly modern salesperson's superpower.